Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to do a short tutorial on how to apply for the Gauteng City Region Academy Bursary for the year 2024. So let's proceed. Firstly, let's navigate to our browser. Mine is Chrome. And as you can see, I already have the website preloaded. So what you're going to do to gain access to this particular website, you're going to just put in a URL bar, which is going to be gcrabursary.gauteng.gov.za. Okay, and then you can just press refresh, and then obviously you will have this particular website page that you will be presented with. Then it obviously says Gauteng City Region Academy GCRA 2024 bursary applications to promote quality education, training and skill development. Very importantly, the closing date is the 29th of February 2024, so we have the month of February to complete this application. Okay. So to gain access to the portal, we can click on this button or hyperlink. But before we do that, let's just quickly go over the what to do section of the website page. So GCRA is responsible for building a pool of skilled, capable and ethical workforce for the Gauteng City region. This is done through different interventions, namely bursaries, internships, learnerships, skills programs, etc. Okay. The GCRA bursary program is open to all qualifying youth, with particular preference given to youth from Gauteng. So this bursary is obviously only applicable for individuals or matriculants in the Gauteng region or province who wish to study for any undergraduate and or postgraduate skills program or learnership or bursary or internship at any accredited or registered post-school education and training institution in South Africa. The bursary covers full cost of studies with conditions as stipulated in the bursary contract. Okay, the bursary also have some criteria which I'm going to go over with you briefly. As you can see, this last section here, I will give in more detail in a sec. So once we click on the hyperlink, we will be presented with the following information. So applicants or applications are open for the following. Students who completed Matric and reside in Gauteng, so proof of residence is required. Students intending to study at an undergraduate program and have been accepted at any accredited post-school education training institution of learning and or is currently registered for such. So a PSET basically stands for post-school education and training. It involves, or it's basically an acronym for TVET colleges, private colleges, and for universities. Okay, students who want to pursue postgraduate studies and have been accepted at an accredited institution of higher learning. The following students automatically qualify, but must also complete the application form online. So if you are either a top achievers from Gauteng schools, a top achiever from a no-fee paying schools in Gauteng, or a top 3 learner or from, I think this might be a special needs school in Gauteng. Okay, I think it's a learning special education needs school. To qualify for a GCRA bursary award, you must be a South African citizen, and lastly, a youth residing in Gauteng between the ages of 18 and 35. And then just the key requirements in terms of documents must be a certified copy of South African ID, proof of Gauteng residence, utility bill or a letter from ward councillor, matric certificate or latest academic results certified, proof of income from parents or guardians or affidavits if they're unemployed, letter of motivation not more than 2 pages, proof of registration or acceptance letter from the post-school education and training institution, or if you have a disability or medical report if you are qualifying for one of the special needs schools. So that is all the information you would need to obviously have prior to you submitting the application. So we can click next. Then they just kind of break down the application in 2 steps. So the first step will be a profile, personal details, address, matric results details, and then the guardians or parent details. And the second step will then obviously encompass the tertiary institution details, other sponsorship details, upload compulsory documents, and then obviously you have to agree to the terms and conditions of the bursary. Okay, so we can now go to registration. And this is now where we will obviously present it with the POPI Act. So it's important now when we do submit our ID, our name and surname, or our personal information, that companies are now responsible for processing the information in such a manner that it doesn't have any type of risk or breach where other entities or third-party providers or obviously scams can happen out there. So it just kind of gives a breakdown of what the Gauteng City is trying to do with information, especially your personal information. So once you're happy with reading all of these particular disclaimers, you can just click on this particular box beneath. Okay. So this particular section will allow us then to create a user login details. Therefore, I'm quickly going to do my login detail and then I'm going to jump back in onto the login stages. So before I just jump off, it'll be your ID number, your first name, your last name, your cell phone number, your email address, and then we'll obviously have then a password and you'll confirm your password. Then we can obviously click on this icon here where we can obviously press login. So I'll just quickly do that and then I'll come back. Guys, so I'm now back. So I have created my login details. So once I press on the login side here, as you can see, I will then obviously given once again the POPI disclaimer, which I can just click on this. I've read through the POPI disclaimer, and then the Bursary will have a countdown. As you can see, 31 days, 13 hours, 30 minutes, and 48 seconds. Okay, so let's just quickly put in my login details. It was just my old university email, and I'll just put in my password, and then I can just press login. Okay, so while that is loading, then we can see this is now the portal we're going to use for the application. Okay, so please ensure that once you have completed your profile, complete application, accept the terms on step 2. Guys, so I have completed basically the profile in detail. It does have personal information which I cannot share, especially when it comes to personal details, where I had my ID, I had to put in my ID. If you put an incomplete ID or invalid ID on that particular section, it will pick it up, as well as the next of kin. They want a correct ID number. So I can't show these two items, but the address is simple. You can just put in where you obviously stay, postal address. Let's go to the next one. High school details. You must put in where you attended school, for an example, and then the years attended from. So I went to school in 2009. Obviously, I finished in 2013. And then your matric results. Obviously, you need to put in all your subjects. So I think it says minimum subject of 6. But if you have done 7 or 8, put all your subjects in. Okay. So this section has now been completed. So now we can just go back and go to the application portal this side on your left. Okay. Make a new application. This is now the application portal. So let's continue. So it says, please ensure that all steps are completed and your application is submitted. Okay. Student number, if you don't have a student number yet, it will just be 0. Bursary type, we can just say will be then a financial assistance. Let's go with this. First year. So a financial assistance, let me just go slightly back before I proceed, will be for first years or new applications. So which means the first time you're applying for the bursary will be financial assistance. Top achievers or the top 3 in a special needs school, you always then select that particular option if you are then meeting any of those criteria. But you can obviously click for financial assistance. Then institution type will be university, institution, and we can just say University of Cape Town. But we're going to see UCT. Qualification type undergraduate. Let's go with bachelor's degree. And then we select our field of study. Let's say optometry. It's going to be health science. And then we're going to say the years, our duration type. Then duration of the qualification could be a 4-year degree. Motivation and why, basically why you need it is you're going to say that you have either no income at home, parents cannot afford to send me, my parents passed away, or you're in the missing middle, you're less than 800,000 per year, or top up, bursary renewal or bursary instatement. So if a bursary renewal means you had a bursary before, but either something happened, or you had a reinstatement, which means that you either failed the subject or you didn't meet the criteria to go to the next semester, so now you're doing a reinstatement. But you need to obviously select the best possible motivation in terms of why you need the bursary. Okay, so let's just go with parents cannot send me, and then here we're going to give a motivation in that section. Say save, and we press next. Then they ask the second question, or step 2, are you currently funded by any other sponsors? You're going to say no, and then just save, and you say next. Okay, and this is now where we need to obviously upload all of our documentations to make sure that it does coincide with the application. So I'm just going to upload any random document I can find on my laptop. Let's just go with this one. I have uploaded all the documents, and just to reiterate the documents, just to make sure we have everything in order, it is certified ID copy, certified matric certificate, proof of address or residence, proof of tertiary acceptance or registration, motivation letter, the 2-page motivation letter. I'll show it you shortly. Your parent or guardian certified copy of ID, or your second parent or guardian certified copy of ID, then a payslip of both your guardians or parents, and then obviously an affidavit or SASSA receipt if they do not have any employment as well as income. So we can press on next. This is the last step of the bursary application, which is the terms and conditions of the bursary contract. The GCRA will not consider incomplete applications or applications wrongly completed. Applicants must be matriculant in Gauteng and be a Gauteng resident. All applications will be made via email, the portal, and SMS. It is the student's responsibility to update personal information. If you do not hear from GCRA within 2 months after the closing date, consider the application unsuccessful. The status of the application will be made available on the portal. After the application has been processed, amendments are prohibited, meaning you cannot make any changes once you press submit. Submit information of the qualification and institution of first choice. The GCRA strictly funds full-time students admitted at an accredited institution within the borders of South Africa. It is the student's responsibility to ensure that any private institution that they study at will allow for the disbursement of funds on behalf of GRCA. Then, if a student receives a bursary when he or she turns 35, the student should be aware that the bursary will not be renewed in the following year. Falsified information may result in the cancellation of the bursary. And then by accepting the GCRA bursary, you accept the terms and conditions of the bursary contract. Then the main question they do obviously ask is, do you accept terms and conditions as stipulated above? You will say accept. And once you press apply, you will get an application number via SMS and email. So you keep that particular number to inquire in terms of your application throughout the process. But from there onwards, I can't press submit. As you know, I just kind of made a tutorial to show you how you can make the application. I hope this video was insightful. I hope it shared a lot of created a lot of clarity in terms of the information. And please leave comments, suggestions, and follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. And I wish you all of the best. Guys, just lastly, I would love to share with you the motivation letter that you can draft. Let me just open it up. You can obviously then just say motivation letter for bursary application, dear ma'am or dear sir. Then for paragraph 1, introduce yourself and what you're currently or going to study. Paragraph 2, explain why you need the bursary and how the bursary will assist you. Paragraph 3, explain what you will achieve after studying, what your ambitions are, and how you can impact or positively impact your community. And paragraph 4, thank the foundation or the GRCA, or GCRA, I keep getting it wrong, for your time in reading your letter and for their consideration. You sign your name and so forth. Lastly, thank you very much for watching the tutorial. I hope it cleared a lot of confusion and I hope it was insightful. Please like, subscribe, leave me some comments or give me any suggestions or recommendations. I appreciate the support and I wish you all of the best with your application. Cheers.